Hey everybody, welcome back to Coop de Grill. Today I'm going to make chocolate peanut butter dream cookies that are perfect for any occasion. Check it out. Let's go over the ingredients. So we've got 2 sticks of softened butter. We need 2 large eggs, salt, sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, vanilla, flour, brown sugar, and of course, some Reese's peanut butter chips. So we are going to start by creaming together our butter and our sugars, but let's get this mixed up first. Beautiful. So now we're going to add in 2/3 of a cup of white sugar. Woo! 2/3 of a cup packed brown sugar. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we'll get these combined. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in our eggs. Remember, we have 2 large eggs. There's 1 and 2. We're going to scrape the sides of our bowl. Make sure you didn't miss anything. Make sure nothing's stuck at the bottom. Give it one more blend. And then we'll move on to our other ingredients. Alright, so we need 2/3 of a cup of baking cocoa, 2 cups of flour, 1 and 2. Oh my. Because of that, we're going to add just a little more cocoa powder, because clearly that did not work out great. If you've ever watched my husband cook, you know that if you don't get a bunch of stuff on the counter, you probably did it wrong. So this means these will be delicious. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to whisk this together to combine. Ooh, it looks beautiful. On to the next step. So we're going to mix in our dry ingredients with our wet ingredients. And we're just going to do a little bit at a time. If you've watched any of the other baking videos, you know I tend to do mine in thirds. So now we're going to scrape the sides again. Oh yeah, look at that. That's so pretty. All right, we're going to give it one more mixer-upper here. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. I'm adding a full bag of Reese's peanut butter chips. Ridiculous instructions always want you to measure out your Reese's chips or your chocolate chips. I measure with my heart, therefore I use the whole bag. Why would you have leftovers? That's ridiculous. Our dough is mixed up, and we are going to heat our oven to 325 degrees. I am going to use a small cookie scoop. You can use a medium one if you'd like. This will make 4 dozen cookies with the small scoop, so a medium I would guess might make 2 dozen. And we'll pop them in the oven as soon as the oven's preheated. Bake those at 325 for 11 to 13 minutes. It really depends on where you're at. Make sure you just watch your first batch as it bakes, and that'll tell you what time you need to bake them for. We've got our first batch out of the oven, and they did not spread a whole lot, so now I know I can probably do a dozen per sheet. I'm going to get these moved over to a cooling rack. Well, I have to say this is my favorite part of baking on the channel, is I get to taste test them. They are perfectly soft. They're still a little bit warm, but I'm going to try them. Oh yeah, beautiful inside, very cakey. Yes. Oh, man, I love a good cookie. One of the things I think is really great about baking on this channel is I get to share some of my favorite recipes that my mom and I used to make. This is just another one. I made this 4 or 5 years ago for one of our big house parties, and I haven't made them since. So thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you for coming along and making chocolate peanut butter dream cookies. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Drop a comment. It helps grow our channel. But I wasn't sure, so... Ah! Yep, that's dead. Alexa, turn off timer. Holy crap. You want to see more of this with Mr. DeGrill and I? They're right over here.